This broadcast is sponsored by
BetterHelp. I've been in therapy since my 20s, and it's made a huge difference in my life. There were so many nights where I struggled mentally and emotionally, growing up being bullied, losing relationships. My life is still not perfect, but therapy has really helped me get to a better place. And that's why I believe everyone deserves access to it. We've all faced hardships. We've all had those days where it feels impossible to keep going. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, making professional help accessible and convenient. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire, and they'll match you with a licensed therapist who fits every one of your needs. From there, you can talk to them however you feel comfortable, through video call, through phone, or even chat. We live in a generation driven by social media, so more than ever, you have to make sure you're mentally okay, especially with the pressures of not just everyday life, but also social media. So I encourage you all to take that first step by going to betterhelp.com/justalex. Take care of yourself mentally, and everything else will fall into place. So don't wait. Go to betterhelp.com/justalex and start your journey today.
Saturday night's main event has come and gone, and we have two new WWE champions. Jade Cargill strips Tiffany Stratton, and CM Punk does it again. Let's talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is your Saturday night's main event, November 1st of 2025. Review, reaction, recap. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any time. Let's talk about it. This show flew by. It went by so damn fast, and it took me a while to understand why this show felt a lot more structured, had a lot more of a flow than previous PLEs. And it's simple. There were no commercial breaks during the matches. Not a single commercial break during any of the matches. There are some PLEs, even pay-per-views, where there are ads during the matches. And that hurts the flow. And it just dawned upon me, this should just be the norm, the standard for every single non-weekly show. No ads, no commercial breaks during the matches. And I thought the show flew by extremely fast. It was 2 hours, felt like 30 minutes. I'm not joking you. It was a very well-structured show. And when it was all said and done, I thought it was good. Very strong outing from WWE. Yes, my predictions weren't correct. I had a feeling that not every title was going to change hands. I said in my preview and predictions on, Tuesday, not Monday, but earlier this week, that although we have, 4 championship matches, I did not expect every single one of them to change. Matter of fact, out of 4, I predicted 2. My predictions were Jade beating Tiffany Stratton, which happened, and then Drew beating Cody. I did not think we were going to crown a world champion. Although I said if they were going to crown it, it would be Jey Uso, not CM Punk. So I got that wrong altogether. What ended up happening was that Cody Rhodes retained. Again, Drew McIntyre continues to be the bridesmaid and not the bride, the groomsman and not the groom. But I even said in my preview and prediction, if it didn't happen on Saturday, more than likely it would happen at Survivor Series. I think Triple H is aiming for Survivor Series, which is, 4 weeks away? Based off of how that match ended, there's going to be a rematch. So, instead of Drew winning the world title, which is going to happen before the end of the year, I promise you, Drew will be a WWE champion before the end of the year. But before we get to that, he probably has to go through a couple more things, a few more stumbles. You know, on SmackDown, he's going to complain that Cody cheated, which Cody did. He did do the DDT on the title behind the ref's back. Just saying. So he'll use that to get a rematch for Survivor Series, where he should win the title. I'll be pissed off if he doesn't win it then. But Drew didn't win the title tonight. Instead, they had CM Punk beat Jey Uso. Now, in my preview and predictions, I predicted that CM Punk and Jey Uso would go to a no contest. I was predicting Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed would come in and just throw the whole thing out. And then we would do some type of a multi-man match at Survivor Series and crown a champion there. But instead, it was a clean match. Long match, bit of a sluggish match, but still a pretty good match. CM Punk is a seven-time WWE World Champion. Holy crap. Some people don't know about that. He's a seven-time champ. So he won the world title 5 times. This is his 5th world title, and he won the WWE title 2 times. Because he won it in 2008, and then he cashed in on Jeff Hardy, lost to Jeff Hardy, won it back, and then I think he lost to Jeff Hardy again and won it back. No, wait. So 2008, and then he won it twice from Jeff Hardy, so that's 3. And then the cash in, Seth Rollins, he beat Gunther, so that's 4. And then tonight, that's 5. And then 2 WWE champions. So yeah, 7. 7-time world champ. That's a lot. It's a lot for CM Punk. So congrats to CM Punk on that. However, when it comes down to what stood out the most, everyone is going to be talking about Jade Cargill. Because her victory over Tiffany Stratton was a straight squash, a dominant victory, which we all saw coming. When Tiffany Stratton got injured on that heel turn, we all said, all right, she's going to rip that title from her. And she did. She ripped that title from Tiffany. Tiffany tried to fight her. Wasn't even a fight. An absolute dominant victory. And I got to say it. This is the best Jay's been built. This is the best she's been booked, period. The way she's been booked as a babyface, I'm not saying it couldn't have worked, but it wasn't really hitting. It wasn't firing on all cylinders. There were some moments that were great. Her return at Elimination Chamber was fantastic. But this dominance that we're seeing from her as a heel is exactly how she should be booked. And I'm excited to see how they book her going forward. You already know that when Bianca Belair heals up from her finger, which still hasn't healed up yet, I'm a bit worried about that. But when her healing is done, I'm pretty sure we're going to get Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, hopefully by WrestleMania. Matter of fact, I have Bianca winning the Women's Rumble. I got to be honest with you. I have her winning the Women's Royal Rumble. Because unless it's Liv Morgan, there's nobody else. I don't have anyone else to win it. You're going to have Rhea Ripley winning again? No, thank you. So, yeah, Bianca Belair is most likely going to win the Women's Royal Rumble, this upcoming Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. As for the men, we'll have to see, because I'm waiting for them to give the belt to Drew McIntyre. I was hoping, and here's the thing, whether they give it to him in, what is it, in a couple of weeks, 4 weeks? 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks. Whether they give it to him in 4 weeks or not, I don't see Drew McIntyre leaving the world title picture anytime soon. Because the way they've been booking him and featuring him, it would almost be criminal for him not to at least hold the belt. I'm not saying he goes into WrestleMania as world champion. He should. But he's got to touch the belt at least once. They can give him the belt and have it be dropped right back to Cody before WrestleMania. And then do Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, if you want to do that. But regardless of how they do it and when they do it, you got to have Drew McIntyre win that belt at some point. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is clearly the plan for WrestleMania. Whether that's for the title or not, we'll have to see. I don't think it needs the title. I think what you do is have Drew McIntyre win the belt, hold it to WrestleMania, and then have a Sami Zayn beat him. I do think Sami Zayn is still my top pick to win the Rumble, especially knowing that it's in Saudi Arabia. Knowing that the Rumble is in Saudi Arabia, Sami Zayn's already number one. He's already number one in my book to win And I do think Sammy should go on to win the world title, the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. I think it's been time for him to be a world champion. That's the only belt that I think has escaped him. And not the World Heavyweight title. He needs to be the guy, the top champion. And I think they're building him up to be that guy. We'll have to see if that ends up happening. I don't see him having a long run with it. Because here's the thing. I think Sammy proved during his run as the United States champion that he can be a top competitor, that he can hold down the fort and create interest and create enough of a story, be able to draw the fans' ire enough to be able to be a long-standing champion worth spending money on, worth watching, worth coming to see in the arenas. It's just all about whether or not WWE wants to do it. And I would love it. I'm not saying this would happen, but if Kevin Owens does get healthy again, that should be the guy that ends Sammy's run. We haven't heard about Kevin since his neck surgery. Now, a neck injury is not something we play around with. That man could be out for a number of years. Edge, Bryan Danielson, Saraya, Paige. I think Edge being the longest. It's weird. Bryan Danielson was out for 3 years. Paige was out for 6 years, and then Adam was out for 9. Edge, by the way. Edge is Adam Copeland. So you never know. He might be out permanently. By he, I mean Kevin Owens. But I would love it if Kevin came back and ended Sammy's reign. If we do that. This is all speculation. We might not even have Drew McIntyre going to WrestleMania with the WWE Championship. We could just probably do Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. But we need to mix it up. In my personal opinion, they need to go ahead and mix it up. Give Drew the belt. Let him run with it. It couldn't hurt to just let him at least have it until WrestleMania. Why not? There's literally nothing else that you can do with that belt. I'm also thinking about what they're going to do with John Cena. So this was not announced beforehand, but apparently John Cena is going to have a tournament to decide his final opponent on the 13th, right? The 13th of December, which is the final match, Saturday night's main event. I think at first I was like, really? A 16-man tournament for Cena? All right, y'all. Y'all doing too much. But after a while, I went, you know what? No. This is appropriate. I don't think John Cena is the greatest of all time. I don't see him as the GOAT when it comes to not just WWE, but professional wrestling, period. However, WWE does. And clearly the audience does. And so when you have someone of that caliber, and this is literally his final match, he's said in multiple interviews outside of wrestling, this is it. This isn't okay, I'm going to retire, but not really, like a Ric Flair or a Terry Funk. No. He is done. And so in my mind, I'm thinking the one who beats Cena will win the tournament. So this isn't going to be a thing where, okay, they're just going to win a tournament to lose to John Cena. No. I think whoever wins the tournament is beating John Cena in his final match. And so if that is the case, if the idea is to have Cena go out on his back because he's old school, you know what? I can let go of a tournament. Especially if it's going to include NXT talent. So you already know, if you know me very well, because it's, let me see, SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, right? If you know me very well, you already have an inkling, a suspicion of who I want to win the tournament. Who? Obafemi. Come on. They might give it to someone else. Gunther. I don't know about y'all, man. Like, Gunther? I'm not saying he can't make that work. I'm not even saying I'm not excited for that. Like, a Gunther versus John Cena match does sound exciting, but it is one of those things where, do we want to give John Cena's final match to Gunther, who, let's just be real, is already established? He doesn't need it. Gunther's already there. He doesn't need it. Already a former world champ, longest reigning IC champ. Why give it to him? Why not instead give it to an Obafemi. What a way to establish him. The guy that ended John Cena's career. Well, technically speaking, he ended John Cena's career by beating him in his final match. That's what I would do. Someone said Brock Lesnar, to which I go, please don't do that. If you're going to do Brock Lesnar and John Cena again, just do it at Survivor Series and have John Cena win. Although I have a sneaking suspicion Survivor Series is going to be Dominik Mysterio versus John Cena. Which, by the way, all for that. All for that. And do I think John Cena wins that match? I mean, you could have John Cena beat Dominik Mysterio and then drop the belt to whoever wins the tournament. I'm cool with that. Someone said Trick Williams. I'm not against Trick Williams beating John Cena. He's not my first choice, but I'm not against it. So we'll see what they do. It is kind of surreal when you stop and think about it, though. This 23-year career that I've sat through, I was around for his entire career. 23 years of John Cena. And it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end in literally over a month. Just a month plus. And that's it. It's not one of those things where, okay, we'll see him again in a couple years when the check is right. No, he's done. He even said he can't keep up with it. And we've seen him wrestle. Now, his last 4 matches. 3 matches. Cody, Logan Paul, AJ. Because I took out Brock Lesnar. That match wasn't good. But those last 3 matches were phenomenal. No pun intended. Those were easily some of his best performances that I've seen him have. Although, I'll give you this. His Elimination Chamber match was also fantastic, but that had multiple people in it, so I'm not going to count that. I'm talking about singles matches. So, I feel like his last 3, and I think his last 2, whether it is against Dominik Mysterio or Brock Lesnar or an Obafemi, will also be fantastic. So, he's going to go out on his A game. It is going to be really surreal, though, to see him call it a day. But, yeah, that's John Cena for you. That's going to be it for him. But give me your thoughts. Like, who do you want to see beat John Cena? And I do believe whoever is fighting him in his final match, they are going to beat him. They are going to beat him, and he's going to go out on his back. Old school. So, yeah, congratulations to the new champs, CM Punk, Jade Cargill. Dominik Mysterio did retain, as we all suspected. Cody Rhodes did retain, but I'm not upset that Cody Rhodes retained. I wish Drew McIntyre would have, I don't know. I do feel like at some point in time after he lost the belt, after the pandemic, he would have won the belt at least once in front of a crowd. I'm going to hold out hope that they don't fuck him over. I hope they don't move him away from the title picture. Because if you move him back from the title picture here and he doesn't get another shot, I think that's just a travesty. The plan is Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. I know. I understand that. I'm not mad at that. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton does not need the title. It doesn't need the title. That's the fact. Those are facts. It doesn't need the title. Drew, I believe, has earned it. I think these last 2 years, since he turned heel, have been some of his best work, especially that feud with CM Punk. Why not give him a run? And then he'll drop the belt to whoever wins the Royal Rumble, which I think will be Sami Zayn. And there's an already built-in story there because Drew McIntyre and Sami had a feud where Sami couldn't beat Drew. Drew got the upper hand on Sami, and so there's a double layer to that title victory at WrestleMania where he'll conquer Drew, but he'll also be the WWE champion. It's going to be in Las Vegas, so it's going to be a great crowd. I just believe that it would be a mistake to not have Drew win this belt. It would be a massive mistake on everybody's part. So we're going to go ahead and get into the review of the show. I have a lot I want to say about each of the matches. We only have 4, but I thought all 4 matches did what they were supposed to do. Wasn't a single bad match on this card, which is more than I can ask for when it comes to WWE. All right, so let's go ahead and move things along here. We're going to go ahead and get into the shout-out portion. And yes, we are going to have the International Super Chat title on the line. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let me say hello to the people. Let me say hello to all of you watching me right now. Thank you so much for making me a part of your day. You could be anywhere else here in the YouTube space, and you chose me. And this week especially has been quite the week. It's no secret that I'm a big mental health advocate, as you've seen with BetterHelp opening this stream. I was just diagnosed last weekend with low spectrum autism, and believe it or not, it's still taking me a while to unravel that. It's taken me a while to unravel all of these, let's just say, these strings that have been placed in my life and these moments that I've had, and look at them through different lens and show myself grace. It's been a beautiful thing. It's been so amazing. And I think you guys giving me this safe space has allowed me to come out here and share that. And so I thank you for it. You know, you watch me on a regular basis, and you come to me for your wrestling opinions, and I'm always going to give it to you. But I want to say thank you, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, for allowing me to have this space to share that. And so if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it to help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Give me a follow on Cameo. Give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord. Follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer. And give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkist. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on you. Can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? To join the club, get you an Just Alex good t-shirt. Hot off the press. Also, get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. And many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here in Alex's World. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely, lovely live stream. As always, be sure you show your love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Shiny Nice and Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Highway, Dylan, Danger, Teflon Don, the Mud Father, Zeno, Enigma, Big MGM, and Mrs. Firestar Heart, Angel Hollenberg. They all help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Super Chat Championship, the International Super Chat Championship is indeed on the line. It's very simple. Just donate the most money, and the one with the most money at the end of the stream is the new champ. Now, I haven't seen Corp CA, and I haven't seen a few people who said they were going to come and take his title. But we do have people in the live chat. We're going to see who ends up winning this thing. For the record, and I don't think I've announced this before, but by default, if no one donates, then Corp CA just keeps the belt. It would be kind of crazy if no one donated and Corp CA retained it. At the same time, I do think someone's going to come for the belt. People are excited about Noel Jimenez versus Corpse round 2 because they had quite the battle a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to see what happens here. But yes, Super Chats are open for that. Let's see who comes in and gets the belt. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and say hello to the people here. I see YouTube members. I see that green. Who is that, by the way? Is that Right Hand Cam? That is Right Hand Cam and Dossie Chatham. YouTube members in the His House. Good to have you all here. Thank you for your support. Right Hand Cam gave the show an 8 out of 10, which is about what I would give it. 8 out of 10. A B. Not too bad, not too bad. Bonkers LFC. We got Your Highness, King AJ, who apparently is going to be the Jim Ross of the commentary. And ladies and gentlemen, we got to show love to the man. The man, the myth, the legend. It is your World Super Chat champ, the Young Wiccan, the chosen one. When he's in the building, use the twos, and he's the one. I am number one. Ronwell Nigales, good to have you here, sir. Always good to see you. Always good to meet you. Always good to have you. Dragon Man 88. He says, Alyx, you know Triple H did this on purpose, having 3 AEW wrestlers win gold to rub it in Tony Khan's face. CM Punk's from AEW, Jade Cargill, and Cody Rhodes. I didn't perceive it that way. If it was up to me, I would have had Rusev win to go all the way in, just to rub it in Tony Khan's face. JJ, who let the dogs out? Ooh. JJ Bulldogs gives it a 7 out of 10. It's mostly 7 out of 10 because the rest of the show was more Monday Night Raw than Saturday Night's main event. Again, I thought the show flowed better than weekly shows because of the less frequent ads, if that makes any sense. Aaron Teagle in the His House. How you doing, buddy? Trey Lucado. Joe Davidian, who says Drew got robbed. I believe Drew McIntyre will win the belt eventually. You just gotta give it some time. We got Sean Swaby. Baby! Says, when Drew McIntyre stood tall last night on SmackDown, it was a dead giveaway that Cody Rhodes was returning. They always give away that stuff. The tropes just... I do hope one day that the tropes, they understand that fans see these tropes and go, well, clearly because of that, we're going to get this result. I hope they break that tradition one day. Like, I would like it if a heel stood tall throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the build, and then he wins. That would be nice, just to shock people. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Slim Bates, good to have you here, sir. JTPA 813. I believe you are new. So Jay, you are a Jade Cargill fan. Good to have you here. So am I. Alfredo Leva. What's up? What's good, Alfredo? Let's see here. Don't want to miss anything. I think I basically got... No. Here's some more. Haroon. I think that's how you say your name. PYXY888. Good to have you here, sir. So many people in this chat. Joshua. I see Joshua in there. All right, let's do one more. Let me do one more shout out. Nays Muhammad. Did I say that right? Nays Muhammad. It's been reported Dom versus Cena at Survivor Series with Cena winning and Gunther beating Cena for the IC title. That sounds lame. Not gonna lie to you. Not a fan of that. All right. Thank you all so much. So far, no donations. I guess we're saving the big donations for the end of the stream. All right. I mean, we still got plenty of time. I'm not going nowhere. We've been here. Oh yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit longer. But we're gonna see. Again, the International Superchat title is indeed on the line. The one with the biggest donations will win the title. So let's go ahead and move things along to the review portion of the show. So, Saturday night's main event, and I want to get this right. I believe it was it a sellout or was it not a sellout? Actually, no. I just saw a report from Fightful Select saying it wasn't a sellout. They were actually disappointed in the ticket sales. Yep, there it is. Not a sellout. They only sold 8,000, and they were in the Delta Center, Salt Lake City, which they usually sell out. That's not good. That's what happens when you up the prices. They had to know when they upped those prices that the ticket sales were going to suffer. Like, they were doing big business because the tickets were affordable. Now that you're outpricing families, you honestly think that you're going to get a sellout every single time? And this was a pretty strong event. But when when minimum prices are, I believe, 200, maybe even like 250, you're not going to get a lot of people coming in. And I think that's disappointing. I got to be honest with you. It is one of those things where WWE did this to themselves. They were doing very well. They were on a hot streak. And then they got greedy. They got greedy and said, we're gonna lift the prices. And people stopped coming. That's on them. They got the big heads. And they know that they're outpricing families. How many times do we have to keep saying it before they make the changes? And so WWE is going to have to make a decision here. What matters more? The money you make or making families happy? Because you're going to get to a point, especially in this economy where people are struggling, where you won't even be doing the numbers that you're doing now. You'll be lucky if a year from now, if these prices keep rising, you do 7, 8, 9,000, 10,000. And I mean that. What matters more? Having people there or pricing out families? So, no, I'm not surprised whatsoever that they didn't sell out. Apparently, they had to move people down to the lower bowls because they had people in the upper sections. They just said, look, just move on down. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. And we're going to have people come in and make the argument, well, they're still selling out. For now. They're selling out for now. How long can they keep that up? I'm just saying. Watch WrestleMania 42 not be a sellout. 70,000 to 100,000 ticket prices. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Is that true? That there are certain WrestleMania tickets that cost $70,000? Bro. Do you know what I would do at $70,000? That's crazy. So the first match we'll talk about is, of course, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, which opened the show. Always good to have Lillian Garcia. I think the match itself was good. They've had better matches. I like the psychology of this one because Cody Rhodes could not get disqualified or get counted out or he would lose the belt. And that actually made the match a bit more interesting. Still a good match, nothing too crazy. I was hoping we would get something from this match. We got nothing. The only thing we got was Cody Rhodes doing a DDT on the championship behind the referee's back, deliberately, on purpose. He did it on purpose. So he was a little dirty. The champ was a little dirty. He used the belt on Drew weeks ago. And like I said, that was a moment where I thought, man, I think Drew's winning the belt here. And Cody didn't lose the belt. He cheated. He won by DQ. And then he beat Drew here by using the belt. And so now I'm thinking, my personal opinion, that Drew's going to come out on, Friday Night SmackDown and demand one more match because Cody used the belt. And then he's going to have to jump through some hoops. And then I do think he gets the match one more at Survivor Series, and I think he wins it there. Because I think that's where Randy Orton shows up. and he helps Drew beat Cody. We all know that's the plan. We all know that's where they're going with it. It's just extending it. I don't know. I just feel like whatever they do, Drew has got to win the belt this year. He has got to win the belt before the end of the year, because I think it would be a travesty if Drew McIntyre does not become WWE champion after all that he's done, especially these last 2 years. It's been some of his best work. He has to win the title. He has to win the title, in my opinion, at Survivor Series. He didn't win it here. Cody Rhodes retained, despite the odds being stacked against him. So give me your thoughts about that. How we feeling about Super Cody continuing to be champ? I'm not a fan. Cody Rhodes isn't interesting to me as a champion. He's just not. His matches are lackluster. His segments are on and off. Some of them are great, some of them are not. There's something different about Cody Rhodes chasing the title. Like, there's a lot more story there. Him as a babyface champion is just very bland. I cannot wait for them to turn him heel. I know one day, it's not happening anytime soon, one day they will be in a position to turn Cody Rhodes heel, and you know it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fantastic heel turn. That time is not now. Probably won't be anytime soon. But regardless, yeah, I thought for the most part, very basic, solid match. Cody retains. Drew will get his rematch. Survivor Series, hopefully. Next up is Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. This match went exactly how everyone knew it was going to happen. It went exactly how everyone pictured. So, as soon as Jade Cargill attacked Tiffany Stratton and injured her, we all said, well, she's winning the belt. There's her out. There's Tiffany's out. She's hurt. She went into the match injured. She was stubborn. She wouldn't listen to reason. Jay went in there and absolutely destroyed her. Yes, Tiffany got like a very minor hope spot. But then it was crushed because she couldn't hit the prettiest moonsault ever, the PME. And so Jay took advantage of that. And this woman ragdolled Tiffany. We're talking about sidewalk slams, fall-away slams, power bombs, multiple slams, just absolutely just ragdolled her. And then Jaded, 1, 2, 3. She is your new WWE Women's Champion. There it is. She is the top female wrestler currently in WWE in terms of the titles. Now, some people might say it's Stephanie Baker, which I'm not against. I believe Stephanie Baker is indeed one of the best female wrestlers today. But in terms of stature, Jade Cargill is the top female right now. And I think that was always the plan. I think Triple H had always envisioned Jade Cargill being the top female wrestler. Do I still think she could use a little bit of work inside the ring? Yes. I think it's a lot better for her as a heel to be a dominant champion, and I think she works better as a heel. But there's still some moments in there where she comes off great. And I feel like it would have been better for her to start on NXT to iron that out and then bring her up to the main roster, where they could have tried her as a babyface or a heel. I would have brought her in as a heel and just had her be a dominant heel across the board and then later turn her babyface. But they did what they did. They brought her in as a babyface and then gave her a championship run, tag team title run, and now they're pushing her as the top champ. Bit of a roadblock in there. She won Queen of the Ring, didn't win the belt at first because she wasn't ready, and then she won it here in November. So, congratulations. Tiffany Stratton, I'm happy she lost the belt. I'm not hating on Tiffany as an in-ring performer, but she was a boring personality for me. She was still a very boring champion outside of the ring, not great on promos, not really all that exciting. Tippy time, or as Jade Cargill says, taffy time. Taffy time. I thought that was on purpose. I didn't think she botched by any means. I think she just did it to mock her. But taffy time is like the only thing going for her, Tiffy time, because people thought it was cute. But now it's like, all right, outside of that, like, she has no microphone skills. Nothing about her title reign was memorable, except when she won it. Her cash-in was memorable. Her title reign was not. It was actually quite bad when you think about it. Don't get me started on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. That was So I think Jade Cargill by default would be a better champion because they're going to book her like a better champion. They're going to book her like a heel champion who just goes in there and dominates people. Sounds great to me. Just send her bodies. Send her bodies to beat. The plan, I guarantee you, is to do her and Bianca at WrestleMania. That is going to be... I dare them. And this is how I feel about how powerful that match will be. If they have Bianca Belair return and win the Royal Rumble, I dare them to main event night 1 with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I dare them. Will they do it? Probably not. I think they should, though. I double dog dare them. I dare them to main event night 1 with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Let's see if they do it. People are telling me that Bianca Belair is pregnant. No, I don't think we would have figured out that she was pregnant. I think she's still healing from her finger injury because her finger hasn't quite fixed itself yet. And they're scared that if she wrestles, something goes wrong, she'll lose her finger. And I agree. I want to see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill as much as the next person, but let's not kill Bianca to get that match. So I'm excited. Like, there are so many things we could do with Jade Cargill as champ. You can revisit a lot of feuds with her. You can easily do her and, like, who would be the first person outside of Tiffany? Well, you can go back to her and Charlotte, since Charlotte is a babyface. You can do her and Alexa Bliss. If you want to see her, and I guess you can do her and Nia Jax. If you do that match, then Jay's going to be the de facto babyface. I don't know if that's a good idea if you want to make her a heel. We need to revamp this SmackDown women's division. They need to call up some women badly because there isn't a lot to work with. So I do think when they start making some NXT call-ups, a lot of them are going to SmackDown, as they should. Like Jada Parker should go to SmackDown. Lola Vice should definitely go to SmackDown. She will get over like we're over on SmackDown. And you can see a few more of the women from NXT to SmackDown because they have a loaded. Kiana Jordan should go to SmackDown. Jordan Grace should definitely go to SmackDown. So I do believe that when we start making these NXT call-ups, SmackDown's going to be a little bit more fuller and the women's division is going to start popping off. And I think Jade Cargill is going to be a great champion across the board. So, very happy she won. Dominik Mysterio versus Rusev versus Penta Cerro Miedo. Good match. People said this was a Raw match. This felt like a Raw match. Match was really good. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't worthy of a Raw match, but it is one of those things where I'm watching it and I'm going, you know, these three work so well together. The chemistry is damn near perfect. I'm not mad that it's on this card. I'm not. Dominik Mysterio did retain, and he retained by pulling more Eddie Guerrero tactics. He rung the bell when Rusev had Penta in the accolade, and Rusev thought he won, and he was, yeah, I won. And she's like, he didn't tap, though. He didn't tap. So what do you want me to do? I'm not going to announce anything. And then we go over to the timekeeper's table, and we see Dominik Mysterio ringing the bell with the hammer. So good. So good. And again, they wonder why fans are cheering on Dom. They wonder why they can't get heat with him. Wow. Well, alrighty then. Here's the thing. Eventually, Dom's going to have to lose that belt. It's just going to be interesting because he's well liked right now. Like, he won the belt here. He retains the belt here. The whole point of someone like Dom being champion is that he's supposed to put over a babyface, right? He's supposed to put over somebody after escaping constantly. But the more he escapes, the more fans love him. They don't want to see Dominik Mysterio lose. And that's a problem. I've been saying it for months now. They have a Dominik Mysterio problem where baby faces are getting booed because fans love Dom. So what do you do in that situation? Like, you put Dominik Mysterio up against John Cena. Are fans going to cheer on John Cena to beat Dominik Mysterio? I don't know. That's going to be an issue. I'm almost scared for them to put Dom against John, because there's a side of me that some fans will get behind Dom. Not even some fans. A lot of fans like me will get behind Dom over John Cena. So, we're going to see what they do. Main event was CM Punk versus Jey Uso. They went a long time. Felt like a 30-minute match. Probably was around 20, 25, 30 minutes. Very sluggish. You could tell both of them need to work on their cardio. Jey especially. No excuse for Jey. Punk, no excuse for him either, but Punk is in his 40s, so it's expected. There is no excuse for Jey. I'm going to need Jey to get back on that treadmill and run that cardio and stop drinking. No, for real, because if Jey Uso is going to be in the main event picture, he needs to have better quality matches. Okay, people keep saying you're just an entrance. Well, I mean, you technically are, my man. That's not an insult, but let's just be real. Like, what? You're not really delivering inside the ring. So what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? But I will say this. I will say one thing. I do believe that Jey, more than likely now after losing to CM Punk, is going to go heel. And I think when he goes heel, whatever style he has will probably accommodate more as a villain. We'll have to see. Because I don't think he's going to stay babyface for long. I do think after this loss, we're going to see a flip in his personality. CM Punk does indeed win the WWE World Heavyweight title. Now, I will say this about the match. The first 20-something minutes I thought were sluggish, but the last 5 were awesome. When they start picking up the pace and hitting each other's finishers and countering people, that was great. I love the last 5 minutes, but the slow build up to the final part, it works for certain wrestlers. I don't think it worked here. So CM Punk does win, officially becoming a 7-time WWE World Champ, and he is going to have a reign. It looks like they're going to give him a run with that title. If they're going to give it to Braun Breaker, which seems to be the plan, more than likely he'll win it at WrestleMania. And I'm okay with that. So do you have Braun Breaker win the Royal Rumble? He doesn't need to. They could have him win the Chamber to fight CM Punk. But regardless of when they do it, I do think Punk needs to go ahead and drop that belt to Braun Breaker. And I think that's what they're going to have him do. I do think Punk's going to have a reign, though. Probably going to be the last reign he officially has, but I'm excited about that. I was hoping that this would go to a no contest, because I feel like currently the people who really deserve that world title besides Braun Breaker is also LA Knight and AJ Styles. Like, those two I feel like probably should get a run. AJ should get a run before he retires. LA Knight definitely deserves a run with the title. One run. But you know what? I think when it's all said and done, CM Punk is going to be remembered for what he's done, more so in WWE than AEW, because think about everything that he's done for WWE, besides the cash-ins, like going all the way back to 2006. Yeah, he's been around for almost 20 years, but then he left for 10, so it doesn't really matter. So, okay. Think about everything that he's done. You're going to remember him a lot more for his run in WWE. He had a very big impact on AEW. More than people want to give him credit for. But yeah, I think this world title run will probably be his last. I don't see him having another one like this. So he's going to go to WrestleMania with it. If they do give him one more, it will be as a heel. and it will be the WWE Championship. But as for the World Heavyweight title, babyface run, he'll drop it to Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, and then off to the races with that. And I think that was it, right? I already talked about John Cena, the tournament at the beginning of the show. Yeah. Like I said, the show flew by very fast. It wasn't really a hard sit through at all. And I think it was because there were no commercial breaks or ads during the matches, which should be the standard for all PLEs, just saying. And yeah, there you go. So give me your thoughts, give me your scores, give me your grades. How'd you feel about the show? We're going to see if we're going to crown a new champion today. I did not see Corp CA. He's probably... I think he thought in his head that he could just easily drop the belt by not showing up. But the problem here is people are not donating. So if no one donates... Never mind.
Jade as a heel just looks great. So much better.
Well, I think she was always going to look better as a heel. Her personality, her natural personality is fit for a villain. Is fit for a heel. So that's not a surprise to me. But yeah, Jade looks so much better. Well, Buck's Basement, if no one else donates, you could end up winning this title, but you could literally end up winning this title by $2. So let me honestly, let me go ahead and get this ready, because I did not see Corp CA show up at all. And I'm starting to think he's not here, because he's been hinting that he wasn't going to be here. So if that's going to be the case, let me get this ready. Well, Buck's Basement, we're going to see what happens, but I have a sneaking suspicion you might end up being the new champion here tonight. But we're going to see. We still got time. But yeah, give me your thoughts about the show, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone show your love to AAB Convo's Wrestling Edition, the premier reaction channel here in the YouTube space. The show overall flew by. The matches were good. It was a collective 8 from us. Smash that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you all for being here. Thank you both for being here. Yeah, I thought we were going to get Noel Jimenez and Corp CA round 2 as well. Neither one of them are here. It is what it is. You know, I don't control whether people showed up. Yeah, Corp CA and Noel no showed. It is what it is. But that's okay. Buck's Basement will probably win it with $2. It'd be like that sometimes. I do see Drew Usher in here. I did see Drew Usher. By the way, Drew Usher, the amount to be is $2. No one's been donating. So you if you're gonna take it, you can drop a quick 10 and probably walk away with the belt. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see by the end of the stream what we got here. We still got plenty of time. Joshua, Liv or Bianca is my prediction to win the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I think those are the top two. Probably everyone's predictions is Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair, as they should be.
I just enjoy your content. I don't want title.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. But no one else is donating, so you probably are just going to have to... Tell you what, Buck's Basement. I know you don't want the belt. Respect. You win, you win. Now, here's what you can do. Unless someone else drops $5, you can just win the belt, defend it. Let's just say you want to defend it on Monday. Defend it on Monday, and then let someone else donate, and then see what happens. Because here's the thing, Buck's Basement. You say you don't want the title because you're an honorable man, but quite honestly, my dude, you've been supporting me for such a long time. Every time I have a live stream, you're always there. You're always donating your money. You should be rewarded for it. So I would argue, if no one else donates, you should win the belt. I'm very surprised that we had a lot of people say they were going to be here to challenge Corp CA, but man, it is what it is. I mean, he wins it with $4. He wins it with $4. They're trying to summoning Jitsu, Corp CA, and Noel. Drew Usher says, Crops? You mean Corpse? Corpse did predict he would eventually lose the title 1 week to come back and take it the next. All right, well, it's up to him. Look, I'm gonna be doing live streams throughout the month. So, this international title will be defended weekly. So, if he ends up winning it with $4, he ends up winning it with $4. It is what it is. Let's see here. Obafemi, I love that. Yeah, Obafemi should definitely beat John Cena in his final match. What a way to establish him. Let's see here. Sami Zayn's on SmackDown. Exactly. That's why I said Sami Zayn would go after the WWE Championship. Sean Swaby. Seth Rollins did kind of do that. He stood tall right before WrestleMania and then went on ahead to win the main event. What will Roman Reigns do? What will Roman Reigns do? That's a good question. What will Roman Reigns do at WrestleMania? I guess you could have him. If CM Punk is fighting Braun Breaker, what do you have Roman do? Man, I don't even know. What if it's Trick Williams to win the tournament? I'm okay with Trick Williams being the one to beat John Cena. He's not my top pick, but I'm okay with it. I somehow completely forgot about Bianca Belair. How did you forget about Bianca Belair? Let's see here. LA Knight's been ready to be a world champion. I think LA Knight has been ready for a while now. It's just there are so many people in that top spot. It's very crowded. He gets forgotten about. Yeah, people are asking for Corp CA and Noel. Well, I mean, you got plenty of time to see them, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of November left. You might end up seeing them later. Will you talk to you? I'm one of those people that take his title, and this kid is from Brooklyn. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying there. Yeah, they kept Saturday night's main event sacred. Oh, okay. They kept the match sacred. Yeah, no ads on tonight's match. I think they've gotten away from putting ads in the mat. I think they just basically say, you know what, let's just make it pure. Yeah, remember, they were going to do Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble. Now I don't know what they're going to do. They'll probably just end up doing Punk and Roman at Royal Rumble. Can you tell me why I want my title shot? This kid from Brooklyn wants $100. Aaron, are you trying to say you want to donate $100? Yeah, wow. I can't believe I'm doing this, but it's looking like Buck's Basement's going to win the title with $4. Damn. All right. Yo, Buck's Basement. Since you are going to be the champ, probably so, what we can do, I mean, you can defend the belt. You can keep it on SmackDown. You can keep the belt on Fridays only, or you can move the title defenses to Raw. That's up to you. But by default, because I don't see Corp CA and I don't see Noel or anybody donating, you donated the most money tonight with $4. It is what it is. So I have to honor that and give you this belt here. Wow. $4. So let me see here. What you want to do, Bucks? Baby? Are you still in here? Oh. Never mind.
The Savior.
The Savior said, nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. Bucks Basement was like, oh, thank God. Jesus Christ. For the love of God. I didn't want the belt. I didn't want it, I swear. Wow. I guess Drew Usher said, nah. Sorry, I ain't letting you win this belt with no $4. All right. So I guess that means Drew Usher's taking the belt. I don't see Noel. I don't see Corp CA. So the Savior, I believe, is going to regain a 2-time international champion, is taking back his title. And yeah, I think it's official. I think Corp CA will not be retaining his title, and we will have a new champion. Drew Usher will take it with $5. Let me get this ready. Yo, Drew. When do you want to defend the belt? Do you want to do it Mondays? Do you want to do it on Fridays? Let me know when you want to do it, man. I think we could. This is a weekly defense, so you're gonna have to choose which day you want it, and I will put that in. Wow. Congratulations, Drew Usher. The Savior looks like he's going to take the belt. Maybe Corp CA had a crazy Halloween party. You want to keep it on SmackDown? All right. So Drew Usher is going to continue Corp CA's tradition and defend. Yeah, he's going to defend the title every Friday. Every Friday night on SmackDown. Okay. Drew Usher takes the belt with $5. Bucks Basement's just like, oh, thank God. I didn't want the belt. I don't want that stress. So, ladies and gentlemen, shocker, although not really, because I do believe Corp CA has been hinting for a while that he was not going to be able to defend this belt.
Thanks, Drew. Corp CA and Noel no-showed. I would have loved to commentate for that battle, but they no-showed. You deserve it.
You deserve it. Corp CA will be back, though. He predicted he would lose it to a $2 donation just to be a heel and get it back next week. Okay, well, he didn't lose it to a $2 donation. He lost it to $5. So, I mean, we'll be back next Friday. So I'm pretty sure he'll either take it back then or we probably won't. Corp CA is probably gearing up to take the world title at Royal Rumble. So we'll see. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that Drew Usher will indeed be your new champ here. So let me go ahead and make that official. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so congratulations to your two-time international Super Chat champion of the world, the Savior. Drew Usher is indeed the champion once again. Congratulations to the Savior. He will be defending it weekly on SmackDown until further notice, I suppose. This belt can be, again, this is a weekly belt. it could literally
Nana.
Nana. This is a weekly belt. So, or is that Nana? Is that LA Knight? Nana. So, we're definitely going to see how things work out. Okay, well, Rama Nogales is having some fun here and donating.
JB won't be happy about that. Lol.
LOL. It is what it is. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, the international title is defended weekly. So next Friday, I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see a bit more of a competition for this belt because it's Friday night. Apparently, Rama Nogales is competing for the international title. So Drew Usher is saying it's an official battle. So okay, like I'm not going nowhere. If Drew Usher is considering Ronwell's donations as competition, sure, I'll stay here and let you guys compete. Well, there you are. There's Corp CA, ladies and gentlemen. Corp CA just showed up. Congrats, champ. Like a horror movie villain, I'll return when you least expect it. Well, what the hell? Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Corp CA has been here the entire time. He's just choosing not. He's letting whoever wins just win on purpose. Well, Drew Usher apparently is considering Ronwell Nogales' donations as competition. So I would have thought Ronwell was world champ. Yeah, I didn't think so. Ronwell says he's not competing for the world title. I mean, for the international title. But yeah, you forgot Ronwell Nogales was the world champ. I was just like, I don't know why he's considering Ronwell's donations. He's already the world champ. So yeah, congrats. And Corp CA apparently deliberately on purpose chose not to donate tonight. He even said he's been teasing it for a while that he was going to let this belt drop. So congrats, Drew Usher. Was hoping to see Noel Jimenez. We might see him because we still got next Friday. PYXY888 says, why is Corp CA being Ghostface? Corp CA has his own storylines. No one knows what he's going to do. But he did say he'll take the belt back whenever he feels like it. So, could be next Friday. Could be whenever. So, we'll see we'll definitely see how things play out when it comes to that. Drew Usher says, give it 5 more minutes. He thinks Corp CA is capping. Like, or someone else can just come in and say, you know what? Let me get this belt.
Hey, just Alyx, former 4 superstars from AEW hold WWE World Champion Tony Khan drop the ball.
4? Are we sure? Jade Cargill, CM Punk, Stephanie Picard. Well, Stephanie Picard, was she ever on AEW? She had 1 match. I don't know, bro. Like, because I'm going through the rest of the people here. Dominik Mysterio never wrestled for AEW. Who are the other 4? People are saying 5. Oh, wait, on NXT. Okay, so Ricky Starks, Ethan Page. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, and then CM Punk and all right, Jade Cargill. I got it. Yeah. Because I was just like, who in the main roster? Stephanie was like one match, and she had one match in AEW. But yes, okay. Ricky Saints, Ethan Page. Okay, yeah, got it. And then you also have Blake Monroe, so that's the fifth one, and Cody. All right, so what is that? 5, 6. Blake Monroe, she did become the Women's North American champ, so as we all predicted would happen. Okay. You're right. All right, look, Drew, I know you want to give other people a chance to compete, but I think we're going to wrap it up. I don't think your boy's capping. I think Corpsier really wanted to drop the belt so he could win it back whenever he felt like it. So, congratulations to the new champ. And don't worry, like, I have a feeling Corpsier is gonna. We still got a couple more SmackDowns coming up. We still got Survivor Series coming up. There's a lot of opportunities for title changes to happen with these Super Chat titles. So I am excited, very excited to see what comes for this. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here because I am hungry and I do want to get me some food in my stomach. So thank you all for watching this live stream, and you all do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash, and Venmo. Now, this upcoming month is going to be very interesting. So, weekly shows, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, AEW. I'll get back to doing weekly shows for AEW this week because they have. When are they doing Blood and Guts? Is that in 2 weeks? So they have Blood and Guts coming, and they have, I believe, Full Gear also coming. So they'll be in Houston on Wednesday. I won't be going, by the way. I won't be going. But I'll be doing weekly reviews for AEW as well. So it's going to be very, very busy. And then we're going to end the month with Survivor Series. And then, of course, 2 weeks after that is John Cena's final match. And then after that, we have the end of the year awards. And then that'll be it for lives until 2026. And then that's when we'll get into the Royal Rumble season. And then WrestleMania season. And I'm very interested to see what they're going to do. What they're going to do for WrestleMania season. Now that John Cena's not going to be around. And we're not going to have Seth Rollins. And I think Seth Rollins was very pivotal. Extremely pivotal in the build-up to WrestleMania. It's going to be in Las Vegas, and they have big tickets to sell. What they going to do? We'll have to see. Love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alex's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.
When you're